Keep your autistic kid at home. We don't want him scaring guests. My mom texted. My sister replied, lol true. So I gave them something else to worry about. When I read that message thread, I had to sit down. My mom's text popped up first, sent to the family only group chat she forgot I was still in. Then my sister dropped that lol true like my son, my sweet, soft-spoken 8-year-old who lines up his toy cars by color with some kind of problem to hide. I stared at my phone for a full minute before I typed anything. But I didn't curse, didn't argue, didn't defend. I just quietly left the group. And that's when they realized I had seen everything. At first, they blew up my phone with fake apologies. My sister wrote, "You know how mom gets when she's stressed." Then came, "It wasn't serious. And don't take it the wrong way." Mom followed with, "You're too sensitive. It's just that he makes people uncomfortable sometimes." That line made something in me finally snap. All these years of excuses, comments, jokes, whispers behind my back, and the way they always treated my son like a fragile inconvenience instead of a child who just needed understanding. I let it all sit in silence for 2 days while they panicked, thinking I'd still show up to the annual holiday dinner. I always showed up. I always tried to keep the peace, but not this year. Instead, I spent those 2 days planning something simple but very effective. I told the whole extended family, cousins, grandparents, uncles, aunts that I wouldn't be attending, and I told them why. I sent them screenshots. No extra paragraphs, no dramatic speech, just their exact word, the truth in plain sight. Within minutes, the calls started. My aunt said she was disgusted. My cousin asked if this was real. My brother texted, "What is wrong with them?" People who used to praise my mom and sister for being so caring were suddenly seeing the version of them I'd been dealing with for years. What I didn't expect was how quickly the story spread. Relatives who never involved themselves in anything messaged me saying they were skipping the dinner, too. A few even said they wished they'd spoken up sooner about the way my family treated my son. And the best part, I didn't add commentary. I didn't insult them. I didn't twist anything. I let their words expose them all on their own. On the night of the dinner, my son and I stayed home. We baked cookies, watched Frozen for the 1000th time, and built the tallest pillow fort he'd ever made. He was laughing so loudly the neighbors probably heard. And the whole time I kept thinking, this is what family is supposed to feel like. Meanwhile, across town, mom and my sister were sitting at a half-empty dining table trying to explain why almost nobody showed up. Even the relatives who did come barely spoke to them. My niece later told me the room felt like a funeral. Mom apparently cried in the kitchen, saying I overreacted and ruined Christmas. But here's the thing, I didn't ruin anything. I just stopped covering for them. The next morning, mom sent another long message about how family should stick together, how I embarrassed her, and how she didn't mean it like that. I finally replied with one sentence: "If my son makes you uncomfortable, then you don't deserve to be in his life." She hasn't responded since, and honestly, I'm not waiting. My son woke up smiling, excited to eat leftover cookies for breakfast. We turned on the Christmas lights again just because he loved the glow. And for the first time in a long time, I felt a different kind of peace. The kind that comes from choosing the right people to love, even if they're only 8 years old and building pillow forts in the living. Not the kind of people who says,